friend to give this black belt. It's an honor to give a black belt for such a nice man as you. Okay, congratulations, and please help me tell the guys about how Jiu Jitsu passed their life.
Okay, I'll say a couple things. I think I just want to thank some people. I want to thank a guy named Adam who introduced me to Jiu Jitsu 23 years ago. I was working in a law firm and this guy poked his head in my cubicle and he said, "Yo, dude, I've been practicing this great martial art. You're going to try it. It's the best. I learned more in 3 weeks of Jiu Jitsu than I learned in like 3 years of Taekwondo. You got to check it out." And he knew I'd be into it because we talked a lot of karate and stuff, and so we always talked martial arts. So I went down to this school, and there were only a handful of schools back in 1993 where you could even learn jiu-jitsu, and they were all called Gracie, right? So in walks Horian Gracie. This was the original Gracie Academy, and he teaches me how to do the collar choke. And I got tossed all over the mat by guys half my size and women, and they were there. They were talking about how they were going to put on this performance, and they were going to prove jiu-jitsu was great, and they're going to have a sumo wrestler and a kickboxer and a kung fu guy, and that's the only reason I watched UFC 1, UFC 2, UFC 3, and we all know what happened, right? And that's when I fell in love with jiu-jitsu, so thank you, Adam. I want to thank my kids coming up the ranks. You guys spent a lot of time waiting for me through the adult class when you were too little to stay home by yourself. You know, when can we go home? Try to occupy yourself, so thank you for your patience. As you can see, it won't be for nothing. My kids,
not a waste of time.
Yeah, not a waste of time. My kid's mom, who supported me in my early years and is here today. I want to thank my mom, who actually was visiting from Philadelphia when I did my very first Jiu-Jitsu by the Sea. And probably thought, what the heck is my son getting himself into now? What are they doing there? But she's come to a lot of tournaments. She's bought me gis and rash guards and over the years and subscriptions. She's the most supportive mom you could ever ask for, so thanks, Mom, for And I gotta thank my amazing wife, Lisa, who never even heard of Jiu-Jitsu when she first met me. Well, what is that, you know? But over the years, she has developed quite an appreciation and knowledge for the art in many ways, and has become a great cheerleader. Has been to all my tournaments, except for the one I got choked out in, so that was good. And a funny story about Lisa, like early in our relationship, you know, we've been together maybe 4 months, and one day she came up to me and she said, "I've got you figured out." I said, "What?" She said, "You love your kids first, Jiu-Jitsu second, and me third." I was at a loss for words. But he said, "You know, honey, listen," I explained it, you know, in a division of potentially hundreds of competitors, if you make it on the podium, that's really respectable. You should be proud of yourself. I actually know one of the guys here was faced with a similar situation with his wife, and his answer was, "Well, honey, at least I love you more than judo." I don't want to name any names because I don't want to embarrass Daniel Thomas, but that's... So thank you, honey, for marrying me and letting me keep my mistress. And I want to thank, speaking of these guys, I want to thank all you guys who've come ahead of me for the inspiration, the coaching, the mentoring, for making sure I go home humble and well-trained every night, and especially you older guys, because there were many times I looked in the mirror and go, "Dude, what are you doing? You're too old for this." And I was like, well, no, I'm not the first one, so thank you for the trailblazers. And lastly, I need to thank humbly my master, Claudio. Claudio, thank you for coming to America with nothing but, I'm sure, a suitcase and jiu-jitsu in your head, and creating this amazing community. And to what? Surfboards. This community of just nothing. One bag, 2 surfboards, and I guess you had a belt, probably, and a gi. This community is just, it's nothing but love and respect. And it's the one thing I can always count on when I come here is a big dose of humility and love and respect. Last story, back in 2009, the Great Recession was in full swing, And my life was kind of falling apart. I had 2 businesses that I eventually lost. I had 2 houses in foreclosure that I eventually lost. I had a marriage that I was in the process of losing. It was not a fun time to be me at all. And jiu-jitsu was really the only thing I had going that that would feed my soul. It was the place I could come when I was alone on an evening, and I could come and find a familiar face. And as long as somebody was trying to choke me out or break my arm, no other problems existed for me. So jiu-jitsu really got me through that time. And when I look back on 2009, it's a very dark time in my life, but there is one beautiful shining light, and that's jiu-jitsu and this community. So thank you, Claudio, for giving me the gift of a lifetime.